Ooh, hotty, hotty. In today's Sunday solution, we're going to do a little maintenance on our Splendide washer in our 2014 33AA.
It's time
for another Sunday solution.
Let's go.
All right, so I recently discovered that on our Splendide washers, and I hadn't known this, there's a water filter on the bottom. So it requires maintenance every once in a while, especially if you got two pugs like us. So we'll go inside and take a look, and we'll see what we got. All right, so here we are in the back of our coach. I've never done one of these, so I don't quite know what to expect. I do expect some water. So I brought in my shop vac and my little bucket. And basically this is the guy we're looking to check. All right. And I'll go through this when I put it back together, but there's a filter in there and it needs to be checked every once in a while. So I've removed my two trim pieces and the piece on the bottom here that goes over it. And these are simple to remove. You just pry lightly on each one of these little tabs when this thing is back in place, and it'll pop right off. And that'll give you access to the filter. So we're gonna give it a whirl. Could be a panic mode situation. Like I said, I've never done one of these on this coach. I've done them in a house before, but I do expect there'll probably be some water. So we'll have the shop vac ready. And you guys can watch as I do. You can panic along with me. So we'll see how bad it is. Like I said, I never had one out, so it's going to be a learning experience for me too on this particular unit. So let me set the camera up somewhere and we'll see what happens. We also, before I get to all that, we also decided, since we're in here cleaning, one thing you really need to do in these refrigerators is clean out underneath, especially if you have dogs. So you take your vacuum cleaner, you take your Milwaukee #2 bit, right, and your vacuum cleaner. If you come down here, I'll try to show you on ours. This is the way ours is set up. There's two screws, one here, one over here. And then you got to take this black piece off. Once you get that black piece off, and be very careful with that piece. It's very fragile. Don't over tighten it when you put it back in, and just be gentle when you use your cordless driver. So when you put it back in too. But you pop that black piece off because it'll break. That I've already replaced it once because I kicked it. I came up here one time on my big little feet, and I kicked that little piece and it cracked it. And that bummed me out, so I had to fix it. So be gentle with it. Get under there with your vacuum. Suck out all the dander, because there's going to be stuff in there. I guarantee it. I try to do mine once a month. I also use a can of compressed air to blow some of the stuff, and then some of the trusty glass cleaner, wipe everything down when I'm done. If you blow too much of it back, you could use an air compressor. I've done that before. But if you blow too much of it back, you'll want to go outside. On ours, we have a door on our refrigerator, and we'll pop that off, and we'll go from there. Clean it from the backside, vacuum the backside too. That keeps those coils, because they get all clogged up, keeps them cool, and you don't really want to do a refrigerator on one of these things. My friend just did one, and Tiffin charged him $8,000, put a refrigerator in it, and do a, well, I should change that. It charged him $4,400 to put a refrigerator in, which is high, in my opinion. But you got to take a window out, bring it in through the driver's window, and all that jazz. So. All right, so let me set this up where I can, and let's see what happens. Should be fun. Try that. I don't know how good that angle is going to be, but we'll do our best. I want to be close to the shop vac for all this breaks loose. Got my towels here, which I might just set. Put a towel in here. I'm going to use this little towel for now. Go from here. All right, you got to take your pliers and you got to twist this counterclockwise like that. And she's gonna come. Here comes the water. Let me get me some vacuum going. Well, that was kind of a letdown. Let me show you what we got here. Turn this light off, so I don't know if that'll help or not. So, there's your little impeller. And there ain't much of a filter here that I'm seeing. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's a little one there, I guess. Not really. It's got a little scum buildup on it, but it ain't too bad. Well, let me wipe her down. And we'll put her back together. The main thing what I've read on these, if you use those washer sheets, dye sheets, you're not supposed to on these units. They'll get caught in there. Or if you get a quarter or something, you leave a quarter in your pants or something like that, might get caught in here. And typically you'll get, I believe, an F5 message on your screen. The impeller's clogged. But I thought there'd be more of a filter in here, to be honest with you. It's good to clean it. Let me take a look down in there from the ground floor here. That was a lot of some scum stuff in there. That was a lot of prep for nothing. She's clean. Pretty clean in there. All right. Thought there'd be a lot more water too, but it wasn't bad at all. So let's put our little doohickey back in. I don't really want to crank this down. I'm just going to give it a little nudge. It's good. Dry her off. And I pulled all this stuff. See, this is how it works in my life. If I didn't come in here with this blanket, this bucket, and everything else, I'd have pulled that thing and 10 gallons would have come flying out of here. And I'd have been panic running around. But I guess it's better to be prepared than not be prepared. I'm going to leave that on. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the camera. But basically, on my unit, this just sits in here. Let me see if I can show you guys. There's 3 tabs in the bottom there. There's that one, and that one. And then you got the tabs up top. I'm going to try putting the bottom in first. There. Can't be gentle with it, I guess. You got to really shove it in there. Now she's on there. There's always an issue with these things, especially if you're full-time. So, the way to get this one in, open your door and angle it up. You got to squeeze it in here. There you go. And then get your drill. And there you go. That one went easily. This one. Okay. Now, if you learn anything from this video, is that you don't need a lot of towels and all that stuff, because there ain't much water coming out of there, not even a cup full. So, all right, so there you have it. Put my Starlink cable back down. That's it. That's how you check the impeller and filter on a Splendide washer. And that is the WFL 1300 XD. So, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you out. And it's always good to check it. Make sure it's nothing down in there. People always leave stuff in their pockets, whatever, and you could break the impeller, which you don't really want to do. And on the fridge, make sure you keep them clean underneath. Keep them cool. Cool things like to run. So, all right, there you have it. We'll catch you in the next one.